Hello, my name is Nora, and I am 28 years old, and I have a musculoskeletal birth defect called Arthrogryposis, which, in simplistic terms, means contractures of the joints and lack of muscle. I also was born with gastroschisis, which means my intestines were outside of my body, but this was all corrected with 6 abdominal surgeries in the first month of my life. I am currently a doctoral student in the Clinical Psychology PsyD program at Nova Southeastern University, and I am also a licensed counselor. When I was born, the doctors told my parents that I was going to be a quadriplegic and that I would require significant assistance with all activities of daily living throughout my life. I have no use of my arms or hands and limited use of my legs, and I've had 36 surgeries, many of which were orthopedic procedures. Assistive technology has really provided me with a significant amount of independence and has allowed me to maximize my physical potential. I first got a power wheelchair when I was in kindergarten, and I drove it by maneuvering a cup-shaped rubber material with my chin. I still use a power wheelchair for my daily mobility, but now drive with my head using a head array headset, and I have been driving this way since I was in 6th grade. If I want to turn left, I turn my head to hit the left pad on the left side of the head array, to the right to hit the right pad on the head array, and put my head straight back to drive forward or backwards. I have always had gel seat cushions as they have proven to be very comfortable for me. This screen is called an Omnibox, and it displays my battery life, speedometer, and direction in which my wheelchair is going. I can also switch the direction from neutral to reverse and vice versa by hitting this switch you see at my shoulder. And I turn my wheelchair on and off by hitting the button you see at my elbow. Simple adaptations, such as a push button for an automatic door opener, also contribute to my ability to be independent.
Run, Forrest, run! Run, Forrest!
Come on.
Food is strikingly apparent.
That's it.
At breakfast,
Come on.
lunch, and dinner, these Chinese
Keep on trucking.
grain like rice and noodles. This is
Yay! 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 Come on, that's it. Yay! Come on, you're a big girl.
Come on this way. Okay, here it is, January 7th, 1993, and here's Nora Jane Scholl with her first pair of shoes on her feet. Never had shoes on before. And she's going crazy in a jolly jumper. Do jumpy, 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 Nora.
My doctors did not expect me to be able to walk, but having several orthopedic surgeries improved this possibility. I was first fitted for leg braces when I was 3 years old, and I had to stand in something called a Lecky stander for 2 hours a day when I was little. I hated it, but my parents did their best to make the time go by fast by having me color on the easel attached in front of me by holding pens or markers in my mouth. I am able to walk short distances with long leg braces and with great assistance. This clip shows my educational assistant in kindergarten showing other elementary school faculty how to put my leg braces on and help me walk. I also wore a back brace from the age of 2 until I had my spinal fusion surgery at the age of 17. I first walked independently with long leg braces when I was 6 years old. I was standing independently in front of the couch in the living room of my parents' home, and my mother said, "Walk to me." I didn't know she was joking with me, so I walked a few feet to her, and naturally she started crying. Prior to my spinal fusion surgery, whoever was helping me walk would loop a gait belt through the back of my back brace in order to support me in case I were to start to fall. Now whoever helps me walk either supports me under my arms or holds my hands. I don't particularly like wearing my leg braces because they don't really provide me with any independence, and it's like the equivalency of what I would imagine running on a treadmill is like for an able-bodied person, but it is good for me to do it. And when I was little, I would often get around by scooting around on the floor. I also own an adapted vehicle that I am able to get into in my power wheelchair. Although I am not able to drive a vehicle because I do not have the use of my arms or hands, I am able to go up this ramp that folds out of the back of my vehicle and lock my wheelchair in place by driving over a mechanism called an easy lock. There is a bolt underneath my wheelchair that locks into place when I drive over this mechanism. It was apparent early on that I needed to compensate by using my mouth since I do not have the use of my hands.
Come on, Nora, play it. Good job.
In kindergarten, I learned to cut with adapted scissors by pressing down on the hidden spring, automatically reopening the scissors after every cut. Here, I am using blue rubbery material called Dicem to hold the paper still while I write by holding a pen in my mouth. I also have a wooden cookbook holder that I use to prop up and hold open a book, seeing as I am unable to do so with my hands. I also learned how to type when I was in 3rd grade by using a keyboard called an AlphaSmart and something called a mouth stick. I now type on my MacBook Air with my mouth stick and navigate the cursor on my screen with the use of a trackball mouse. I also have a cell phone holder that attaches to my wheelchair. I use my phone by touching the screen with either my tongue or the tip of my nose. Siri is also helpful in terms of navigating my phone, along with this white dot on my screen that is an accessibility feature since I can't push certain buttons on my phone. Anyone can put this accessibility feature on their iPhone, as it is an option under Accessibility Options in the Settings app. Hey Siri. Text Mom.
What do you want to say?
Hi Mom, what's up? ? My parents also built me a wooden step that I have on the floor beside my bed so that I can stand on it and pivot to transfer from my wheelchair to bed. An Amazon Alexa device can also be beneficial for controlling light switches, the television, and other technology and household devices independently with its voice recognition and artificial intelligence capabilities. I also use a plastic shower bench that I transfer on and off of when I shower. I need assistance with all activities of daily living, including dressing, bathing, toileting, and feeding. I was born with significant abnormalities in my shoulder joints, so getting shirts to stay on my shoulders was always a challenge until I discovered this double-sided tape called Hollywood tape. Other simple adaptations, such as using a portable collapsible metal straw, is an invaluable added convenience.
Learning from Nora.
Some recreational activities that I enjoy include swimming and skiing. I grew up on Cape Cod, Massachusetts, and my family and I have always enjoyed going to the beach. My father's friend is a welder, and he custom-built a beach wheelchair for me out of metal with balloon tires attached to it. Ever since I was young, I have been able to swim using a pool noodle as it helps to keep me afloat.
We are at the Aquathon, May 8th, 1998, at the Norseman Athletic Club, sponsored by the Easter Seal Swimming Program. And here goes Nora Jean with Terry Station. Almost. Keep going, princess. Taking a little breather before she heads back the other way.
And since I was 8 years old, my family and I have gone skiing together through a volunteer-run, nonprofit organization called Maine Adaptive Sports at Sunday River Ski Resort in Maine. I ski in a piece of adaptive equipment called a bi-ski, which is a fiberglass seat that has 2 wide skis underneath it and an outrigger on either side of it. I shift my weight from side to side and lean into one of the outriggers in order to turn left or right. There are tethers attached to the back of the biski that someone holds onto in order to act as my brakes and helped guide me down the mountain. I hope this video was helpful and informative for you, whether you are currently studying or practicing medicine, physical or occupational therapy, counseling or rehabilitation psychology, or just interested in learning about assistive technology and arthrogryposis. Links for all of the adaptive equipment and products that have been featured in this video are in the description box down below. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.